We are on day 35 of a government shutdown, which ties the record. The first record was set back in Donald Trump's first term of 35 days. We'll most certainly surpass that one tomorrow. Now, this is causing all kinds of trouble and strife for a lot of people. Federal workers out of jobs, services not available. But as of November 1st, the SNAP benefits were suspended. Now, that shouldn't have happened. In the first term, when we had the record-breaking government shutdown, there were emergency funds that kept SNAP alive during the shutdown. Now, those emergency funds were available in this shutdown too, but Donald Trump specifically said, no, we're not going to use that. And I thought that to be kind of funny. The Democrats, the people who expect their SNAP payments, were screaming about this, and they took it to court. Two judges last week said, look, you must use those emergency funds or you're violating the law. And you must answer this by Monday. So come Monday, yesterday, Donald Trump's administration comes out and says, all right, listen, we will make some SNAP payments, partial SNAP payments using the emergency funding, but it might take a while. It can't take a while. People have to eat this month, but that's what they said. And that was troubling enough, but today Donald Trump came out and said something very interesting. He said, no SNAP payments will be made until after the radical left Democrats open up the government. What? We're just back to square one? You're violating a court order? What the fuck is going on here? Now, there's only two things that could be happening, and I'm thinking the latter is the one. First one might be Donald Trump doubling down, tripling down, trying to put pressure on Democrats to get them to give in to what he wants. Democrats aren't going to do that. They can't do that. The other thing is, the money ain't there. This is what happens when they've spent the money somewhere else and they're expected to come up with the money. Now they're trying to divert. I honestly believe this because I know how these people think. They're paying for all these things with ICE and all this other bullshit. They're stealing from Peter to pay Paul, and now they're in the process of getting caught. They need those emergency funds for these SNAP payments. Yeah, we'll pay it. And then they say, no, we can't. There's a problem there. That money no longer exists, or not all the money exists. Somebody needs to look in on this because we are getting fucked royally by the Trump administration. If we find out that those emergency payments or emergency money isn't there, that should be a red flag to check everything else. Because when Donald Trump is out of here, I think we're going to find a financial fucking mess in this government with monies going every which way and nobody knowing what the fuck is up.